We are around about 71 degrees on kickoff, and talking of kickoff, away we go, and it is Reno all in white attacking from left to right on your screens against the Tulsa Roughnecks, playing in their last game as they are officially eliminated from the playoffs, all in blue right to left on your screen. And already it is Reno coming forward. There's a header from Malin Roberts, who's been somewhat of a stalwart at the back with Cyprian Hedrick. And neat play here from Umfeka, and in fact he's fouled there, the number 10, and it will be a free kick. And important defending, coach Troy Tokarczyk, for the Roughnecks in this first minute.
Yeah, this is definitely a pride game, you know, where you decided, hey, this is the Alamo. We're gonna hold tight. We're not gonna give up goals, and we're gonna go out with a win. And that way we can spend the entire offseason building on something positive.
Sean Lewis, the goalkeeper we highlighted in the pre-game show. 45 saves in 15 games. Here's Umfeka then with the left-footed ball in there. Easy for Reyes. Montpremier a little bit short there to Gonzalez. Gonzalez does well to have a couple of efforts to clear the danger. Reno come back again. Luca Lobo's in there. Umfeka goes to ground. No foul. And Gonzalez tidies up well. Here's Montpremier. And Reyes now has got the freedom of one oak to come forward here. Enters the centre circle, crosses the halfway line, just checks his run, and then brings in Matt Sheldon right back today. Here's DaCosta. DaCosta twisting and turning, decides to go to ground and gets a free kick. And good possession, though, Coach Tokarczyk. I mean, they cleared the danger well and then kept control of the ball pretty well. Yeah,
Reno came out high pressure from the get-go, and the Roughnecks have done a pretty good job of kind of holding tight to that and being able to build out of the back.
Here's DaCosta scooping the ball over the top, looking for Boyki Mensah. That's cleared away. So the Roughnecks then, Sean Lewis in goal, across the back four from left to right. Luca Lobo, Cyprian Hedrick and Malin Roberts and Matt Sheldon. Here's Reyes. And now Uzo back to goal. Out to Boyki Mensah here. And his shot is cross is blocked and cleared away by Duke Lacroix, who's playing at left back. The midfield then, Reyes and Gonzalez. And then Boyki Mensah, DaCosta and Fredlin Montpremier. Here is Boyki Mensah, ball into the box, headed towards goal from DaCosta is wide, and Toby Uzo up front. Good start from the home side, Coach Tokarczyk.
Right from the start, Uzo's hold-up play has been really, really good. Holding that ball up, looking to play people in, get some width. Him
and Yanu Silva, similar players. Against the end, the coach likes the 4-2-3-1 formation. Yanu Silva, who scored that dramatic winner in the 96th minute to beat New Mexico by 2-1. Here's Umfeka inside the centre circle. Reno happy to slow things down, knowing that a win today will keep them in second place and give them those two home playoff games.
Well, not to mention this, a win today gives them 51 wins over 3 years, which I believe...
We'll just break off, because here's Boyki Mensah inside the box. Uzo won it laid back, and he shoots into the side netting.
Which I believe ties FC Cincinnati for the most wins in the 3 seasons of the USL.
Yeah, 17 wins this season. Just an impressive team that everybody around the USL has looked at and admired. These two did draw 2-2. There's a ball through, looking for Herzog, who's offside. Corey Herzog, 16 goals this season. He scored the 2 goals in the 2-2 draw way back in the beginning of May.
I'm fairly certain they have the Roughnecks have never gotten a win against Reno as well.
You're absolutely right in those attempts. We'll come on to those scores. The goals for the Roughnecks that day was Janu Silva and Rodrigo DaCosta. Free kick then by Lewis. Beautiful afternoon here in Tulsa as Manny Gonzalez heads it on, but it's loose. And Herzog will just lay the ball off here. Run through there, trying to find Abudeka, but they couldn't find him. So they build again. Kasipli there to the number 16 here, Brent Richards, the captain for today. And that's easy for Sean Lewis to catch right on his line. And from Richards' point of view there, we wanted to have dragged that back a little bit more, Coach.
Well, sure. And I think if you watch even before that, all 22 players were inside the width of the 18. And so I believe whichever team is going to get that width is also going to get those better served balls in.
It's an interesting lineup. It looks like a 4-1-3-2 for Reno. I know it quickly changes, but certainly Perdita is the holding midfield player. So interesting lineups with Coach Hensien's 4-2-3-1. Sheldon tries to go down the right-hand side, cut out well. Hizemfecker, who likes to be on the ball for Reno 1868. Here he is again. Two players sprinting towards the right-hand side. Here's Richards. Richards goes back. And Fecker again in the sunshine here. Here's Perdita. Cut out by Gonzalez. That's a good midfield battle they're having there. And then Manny Gonzalez was adjudged to have fouled. Ball back in play. The referee crew today. The centre referee is Gabriel Guisti. Assistants Mark Novosel and Shane Kennard, and Mario Chachon is the fourth. Nothing for the officials to do in the first few minutes here. 7 minutes gone, 0-0 here at One Oak Field in downtown Tulsa. Here's Mfeka, just didn't get control of the ball. Da Costa tries to go over the top here, looking for Boyki Mensah, who's quick, but that will go all the way through to Matt Bassano. Bassano, who is starting for the 13th time this season. And if you pair him with Marcin Kowski, they've got two fantastic goalkeepers.
Looks like Reno has settled it down a bit. A lot more width than they just had a few minutes ago. A lot easier to possess the ball in these scenarios.
And Fecker. Now the ball down the left-hand side for three-goal man Duke Lacroix. But that's too much for him, and that'll go harmlessly away for a goal kick, which Sean Lewis will take. Just going back to Sean Lewis, all in orange there, Coach. I mean, you know, the math is simple. Averaging exactly 3 saves a game. I mean, that's pretty good for the goalkeeper, isn't it? Only 15 starts this season, Sean Lewis.
Well, he's definitely been a nice little anchor behind the recent success that the Roughnecks have had.
Had to come back from injury. Mason Steidehaar, who's on the bench, took over, and then Sean Lewis has come back and performed really well for the Roughnecks in this latter part of the season. Here's a throw in then on the far side for Matt Sheldon. Just goes short here to Boyki Mensah, back to Sheldon. Sheldon right-footed ball into the box, headed towards goal, and a good save. It was Toby User there with a head this time, but an easy save in the end for Matt Bassano.
But he's got to be there. If he's not in good position, that's going to be a difficult save. His preparation before that ball gets there is the reason why he makes this save.
Yeah, you're right. Good feet there and good hands from Bassano. Reyes gets a toe in there. There is an infringement there from Boyki Mensah there. I think he caught Lacroix, just a shake of the hands there. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the finest leagues in the world. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. Your assessment of the first 9.5 minutes, Coach?
Well, so far I can say if Reno's going to get width, I think they're going to have success. And I think the Roughnecks are doing a really good job of a high press and forcing Reno to make some defensive mistakes, and that might turn into something for them as well.
I was going to say a good raking ball there to the right-hand side, but it's just too much for Boyke Mensah, who acknowledges the effort there from Manny Gonzalez. But it is the team in white here, Reno, 1868. Second place team, 17 wins this season. So they have the tiebreaker over the 16 wins for Fresno. Fresno, who go to Orange County later on tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty simple for Reno. Win, and you have the second seed, and that second seed guarantees you 2 home playoff games if you win, and plus that first opponent you're going to have, I believe, comes off of 3 days rest on a play-in game.
Roughnecks can't improve on their 16th position, 4 points behind Oklahoma City Energy. So win today would take them within 1 point. Here's the ball into the box from Richards, headed away by Malin Roberts, cushioned down by Boyke Mensah here for Matt Sheldon. Sheldon wearing 13, up from right back, long ball looking for Uzo. It's over Uzo, who ends up on the grass. And normal services, should we say, is resumed here. Sipley getting involved there. Here's Perdita. He's got Mendiola out wide. Here is Mendiola wearing 40, hugging the right touchline. Goes back to Richards. Richards from Portland, Oregon. Goes back to Galindo Cruz. And you could see it's a side, Coach Tokarczyk playing with a lot of confidence.
Absolutely. Reno just possessing the ball. The Roughnecks look very organized defensively, but Reno definitely feels quite comfortable in possession.
Throw in then for Richards, who likes to attack down the flanks. Reno 1868 have had a lot of success with Brent Richards and Duke Lacroix coming up from right and left back respectively, while Perdita sits in, supporting the likes of this man, 16-goal man, Corey Herzog. That ball is played through, but that's a good line from the Roughnecks, just holding it there, checking the run of Herzog. Lewis would just feed it out to Cyprian Hedrick. Hedrick goes long here, over the top of DaCosta, who's drifted out wide on the right. Does play in that number 10 role. Bit of a clash, which the referee lets go. Reyes just about finds Luca Lobo, who can't find Fredlin Montpremier. Ball back with Bassano here, all in green, and that will go out. Matt Bassano, 26-year-old, for a third season in a row. Easily cut out here. Cross comes Roberts with a good challenge, and it'll be a throw-in for the visitors. Abedeka was putting Roberts under pressure there. Now it's a long throw, looking to catch the Roughnecks out here.
Oh, I would have shot first. Oh.
And the referee's given a penalty. Roberts has checked Abedeka, and it will be a penalty for the Roughnecks. We'll see the replay here, Coach. 13.5 minutes gone. Your view on this one?
Oh, seeing it a second time, it's definitely a penalty.
You've seen them given and you've seen them not given. I'm with you. I think it is a penalty. Captain Hedrick is just pleading the case. But the centre referee, Mr. Guisti, says it's a penalty. Sean Lewis has saved a penalty this season. Corey Herzog is looking for his 17th of the season. Still the protests going on. 14 minutes clicks by. So it'll be a right-footed from Corey Herzog. Sean Lewis, the goalkeeper. Up comes Herzog and scores, sending Lewis the wrong way. Herzog's 17th of the season. And after 14 minutes, it is the Tulsa Roughnecks 0, Reno 1868 1.
I think there's going to, obviously there's a little bit of argument with whether that was a PK or not from the Roughneck side of it. But if you look back at the replay, you're going to see that those center backs get twisted. And if they would just find their, one step, the other one drop, I think they would have cleared that ball without any problem.
Certainly it was a good run from Apodaca, wasn't it, into the box?
Yeah, anytime you're finding that incision run into that space, you're going to cause trouble.
So the Roughnecks have to come from behind here. 1-0 the score. Here's Reyes clearing the ball right-footed, looking for Uzo. Easily cut out, falls to the feet of Boykin Mensah. He just has to check his run. Sheldon goes on the overlap. Boykin Mensah goes in field here. Volleyed away by Richards. Luca Lobo has to head it forward. Just gives it away, though, to Mendiola. And here's Padida.
It's going to be interesting to what that goal does to a game like this, to where, Reno's going to feel like, managing the game at this point in time. They've got their possible 3 points, whereas the Roughnecks, they could very easily just say, hey, this is the end of the season, or they could find a source of pride and really try to break through and get an equalizer and see what the game will bring.
That ball poked out. There will be a throw in to the Roughnecks deep in Reno 1868 territory. And it'll be Matt Sheldon coming up from right back then to take this one just 5 yards or so back from the corner flag. Long throw into the box, headed away by Herzog, who's back there helping out. The goal scorer back in from Reyes. Ball loose here. Montpremier goes round two, could hit one, does hit one. And it goes way over the bar, but did well to elude 2 players there. Coach just not got the finish there.
I saw something like that this morning when I was watching Everton play. Just a real quick in and out move, and then just couldn't keep that shot down.
You were up early this morning then for the early kickoff, 6:30 a.m. local time. Wins for Manchester City in the late game, 2-0 at Crystal Palace. 2 goals in the space of a minute there.
A little scoop pass for a goal.
Yeah, Raheem Sterling it was with a scoop there. Manny Gonzalez will have to stand there and listen to the referee's lecture. Mustn't walk away from the referee. The road to the 2019 USL Championship final begins next week with the play-in games Wednesday, October the 23rd, followed by a full slate of conference quarter-finals beginning on Saturday, October the 26th. For specific match dates and times, visit uslchampionship.com and tune in for every minute of playoff action on ESPN+. Long ball back from Padida. It's really going to hot up then. The Roughnecks won't be in the playoffs this season. They will have to build for next season.
Well, I think they've got some things in place that are going to allow for that.
Here's Lacroix bearing down on goal. Pulls it back here. Umfeka with a shot off the line from Luca Lobo. Lovely sweeping move from Reno 1868.
And if Lobo's not back, that's a second goal. He's in good position covering that back post.
Mendiola now onto his left foot, onto his right here, back onto his left, hits a defender and then cleared away anywhere will do from Hedrick for a corner. What a beautiful sweeping move there, and as you say, Coach, Luca Lobo in the right place at the right time with Sean Lewis beaten.
Well, and just here at the end to get that corner kick, Mendiola just dancing on the ball, looking really good.
They are a side full of quality. Corner then is going to be taken by Mfeka from the left-hand side. We're in the 19th minute here at One Oak Field, where Reno have the lead and are looking to double their lead. Gone short here. Mendiola involved here. Mendiola round one, but Boykin Mensah there just getting the ball away. And in fact, there's going to be an offside, says the assistant on this near side. So it was Luca Lobo with the clearance off the line, which keeps us at 1-0 here. The penalty in the 14th minute from Corey Herzog, his 17th of the season. And he'll be glad to have got that goal. Hadn't scored for a couple of goals. You want your top goal scorer in form as you come to the playoffs, Coach Tokarczyk.
Yeah, I mean, going into the playoffs, you want to be hitting on all cylinders, and what a good way to get a goal, even if it is just a penalty kick.
Well, and goal scorers, you know, you'd think of like the likes of Harry Kane in England. There, you know, they like to be taking penalties because they're scoring goals. It doesn't matter if it's a free hit from 12 yards. They want to be scoring goals, don't they?
Yeah, it's like a basketball player hitting free throws, just getting yourself into a rhythm and wanting to score goals. That's why they're on the team. They're on the team to score goals.
Yeah, Herzog, a quality striker, as we know. Throw in then, right by the Tulsa Roughnecks bench. Corey Herzog, 28 years old. Signed to Reno in 2019, formerly played for St. Louis, who got an important game at North Carolina. Here's Umfeke. Here is the man. Herzog just dispossessed there. Reyes breaks things up. Here's Boyki Mensah. Reyes trying to get some space here. A little bit short there to Malcolm Roberts, the defender adjudged to have given the penalty away in the 14th minute here. And here is the man who was fouled for 2, and he does. It's a brilliant goal. It's an excellent effort from Apudeka. He scores. It's now the Tulsa Roughnecks 0, Reno 1868 2.
When I was getting ready to say, you know, back around midfield, Reno was doing an excellent job of getting behind the ball and trapping that ball. And sure enough, a quick win and a counter, and there's a second one on the board.
Yeah, Apudeka there. We'll see on the replay there. Just a fantastic finish with his right foot. And he really does punish the defence there. His 5th goal of the campaign. And Reno now have a 2-goal cushion. And the Roughnecks need to pick themselves up quickly. They have been in this position recently, where they were 2-0 down to Sacramento Republic, got back to 2-2, only to be beaten 3-2. Now here is Da Costa. Uzo can't thread the ball through. Here's Sheldon now.
Looks as almost like the Roughnecks are moving a little bit slower at almost every position than Reno. And a lot of that comes from anticipation, the movement off the ball, you know, a fluid runs.
Here's Da Costa feeding Boyki Mensah. He's been driven wide to the far post. And Montpremier can't get there because Richards gets the header away. Montpremier feeds it in here to Manny Gonzalez. And now there's an easy shot for Da Costa, who just seemed to try to pass it in. And now the Roughnecks want a penalty. It's all happening here. Referee blowing his whistle, surrounded again by blue shirts. And now we're going to see the referee having to do a little bit of sorting out here, Coach Tokarczyk. First of all, Da Costa, it was. Well, we're going to play on here. We'll come back to it in a minute. Here's Reyes. See if we can get a replay on that action there. First of all, Da Costa's shot. Here's Montpremier's ball coming off the defender. First of all, Da Costa didn't get the connection he wanted on it. And then Uzo said that I think he was fouled.
Yeah, I think there's
penalty.
A couple of layers of frustration, but it actually came about because for the just as I was saying it, the Roughnecks started moving the ball around a lot quicker.
Here's the ball into the box away by the defender. Here's Uzo. Now, was Uzo tripped there? That's what the Roughnecks were upset about.
I'd have to have another look at that. It looked light, if anything, at best.
Premier. My honest opinion of that was it was not a penalty, but
I would agree
get
with
another
you.
replay. The referee gets one look, of course. Kasipli. That's a little bit strong. Everybody was looking up in the air there. Mandiola couldn't quite see it. So here it is again, Coach. Is there a foul there? I'm not so sure.
If anything, it's something really, really light.
There's a foul, be a free kick on the halfway line. Foul by Janjigian. Now Manny Gonzalez is talking to the centre official. 2-0 the score. The penalty from Herzog and a strong right-footed finish by Abudeka. Now here's Montpremier for the Roughnecks, pulls it across, easily cut out. Mendiola takes over, Umfeka back to Mendiola on the right-hand side in this sunshine here. Here's the second goal scorer, Abudeka.
The Roughnecks are going to find their way in it. When Montpremier gets down there for that slotted ball, there's got to be a bit more aggression, a bit more passion in your run to get in front of those defenders and get a foot on that ball.
Manny Gonzalez then to Reyes. Reyes crosses the halfway line. He's got the overlapping run of Sheldon here. Sheldon brought down by Casipli. Now this is Rodrigo da Costa territory for the assist. Seen plenty of goals from here.
I think the last time we saw one was against Sacramento, wasn't it?
Those 2 goals, wasn't it, for the 2 deliveries. One from Marlon, who's suspended for this game after picking up 2 yellows in the 2-1 dramatic win against New Mexico here a week ago. And the other one was the header from Yanu Silva. So here it is, almost identical to that position. Roughnecks have got 6 players in and around the penalty spot. They need a reply here. 26 minutes gone. Here's da Costa. That's an overhit, I think. Yes, it is.
I think you'd like that one back.
Yeah, da Costa holds his hand up, and that's very Rodrigo da Costa-like, isn't it? Normally very, very good with those assists. 2-0 the score. Thank you for your company here at One Oak Field in downtown Tulsa, here on ESPN+. Now, it's not like the English Premier.
Yeah, he's playing by the new rules right there.
Yeah, next season. But all it means is the goal kick is retaken, which has always astounded me over the years, that it's just retaken, because a team could keep doing it to waste time, but there we go.
And it becomes a very tactical thing. If you want to play that ball wide and you feel like you're going to have pressure, just simply walk into the box and take your touch and retake the kick.
Good rule change. Coming up, here's Bedita. Casipli. It's quite an interchangeable midfield that they have. Here's Richards up from right back. Mendiola, who's looked lively on this right-hand side. Casipli. Richards, easy for Reno, into the box. Good header away from Roberts. Just the way they build, Coach Takachi, you've got to sit back and admire this Reno 1860-18 team.
And they take advantage of an imbalanced back 4. I mean, just their outside backs up and center backs are a little bit out of position, and all of a sudden that little ball, the incision ball, is played in, and we've got ourselves a nice little cross in a corner that comes about.
Casipli then, wearing 84, didn't start the last game, the 2-0 victory against Las Vegas. Here's the short ball to Herzog. Herzog towards the 18-yard line. Boyke Mensah was there. Here's Fredley Montpremier. Manny Gonzalez, that's too much and frustrating. In the sunshine there, Reyes overhitting the pass. Quickly underway again. Here's Umfeka. Cushion down for Mendiola, but he just tripped there. And that'll be Harmacy away for a goal kick.
Even with that, I'm impressed with the speed of play. I mean, Reno's quick to get that ball back in play on a throw-in, a goal kick, corner kick, what have you. They just want that ball moving around, and they're taking advantage of the Roughnecks not adjusting to that.
And it's very difficult for the Roughnecks to get any kind of possession. They squeeze the life out of possession, don't they? They really want the ball back very, very quickly.
1 and 2 touch, 1 and 2 touch, 1 and 2 touch.
Manny Gonzalez pulled back there. Quickly underway. Da Costa. Again being forced back. Bedita, a couple of fouls there. Da Costa goes nose to nose with him. Referee bear hugging Bedita and saying, no more. No more. Got to be careful with the totting up of fouls, haven't you? You know.
Well, it's definitely getting a little chippy out there. That's the third or fourth altercation that we've had.
Pedida, who was selected 58th overall by the San Jose Earthquakes in the 2018 MLS Super Draft, signed by Reno in March of 2018. Here's Roberts. Gonzalez lays it off first time here to bring in the captain, Cyprian Hedrick. Hedrick low towards Uzo. Da Costa gets it out from under his feet, gets it back from Manny Gonzalez. Good movement now from the Tulsa Roughnecks here, trailed by 2-0. Here's Fred Limon Premier. Mfeka breaks things up. Gives it away, though, again to Boyke Mensah. Boyke Mensah, good 1-2 there. Hits a shot, hits his own player. Then Uzo's shot is blocked and Mfeka comes away. But good pressure, Coach Tokarczyk, from the Roughnecks there.
Yes, it's good quality movement. I'd like to see a little bit more width out of them, because as they get closer to the attacking goal, they tend to confine in their space. But gosh, in tight spaces, that's good movement.
Reyes, Boyke Mensah, who's growing into this game. Signed midway through the season by the Tulsa Roughnecks. Malon Roberts, Cyprian Hedrick. Easy feed into Gonzalez.
That's a heck of a ball right there.
Yeah, to Boyke Mensah.
Beat 3 defenders with 1 pass.
Rodrigo Acosta here. And there's a header towards goal from Toby Uzo, which is just wide. And as you say, great pass and a good build-up. And in the end, just wide from Uzo. Fans, you can continue to enjoy the USL on ESPN through the 2022 season. The USL is excited to announce that the Championship and League One will remain with the leader in sports for 3 more years. ESPN Plus will continue to be the home of all things USL, and at least 19 games a year will be featured on the ESPN family of networks, including 9 games as the ball comes into the box. Chance here for 3. Good save from Sean Lewis. Richards still in there, and that will go away for a goal kick. Including 9 games on ESPN Deportes. Continue to follow, support and watch your club on ESPN and ESPN Plus. Could easily have been 3-0, Coach Tokarczyk.
Well, that's an underused ball. That early cross right in behind the back 4. I tell you what, that turned into an excellent opportunity, followed by a great save to keep it 2-0.
Yeah, it really was a good save. Latest score, Real Monarchs 3, Sacramento Republic 0. Just 15 minutes left in that one. Later on, of course, we'll come back to that again in a moment. Apodaca there, headed away. San Antonio home to Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. New Mexico against Las Vegas. Orange County against Fresno. Certainly Reno 1868 are doing everything they need to do here. This win, if it stayed like this, would give them guaranteed 2nd place, even if Fresno did win in Orange County tonight. Roughnecks coming forward here. Here's Da Costa. Into the box. He's just got round the defender, clips it to the far post, but again, for the 2nd time in the game, he's overhit it, Coach Tokarczyk.
Well, I think, you know, right up until about the top of the 18, the Roughnecks are looking pretty good. And then it's that last ball or that last shot that they're just coming up a little bit short on, or in this case, long on.
Da Costa, who leads the team in assists with 13. Mendiola just playing it forward. Roberts thought about going back to the keeper. Herzog cut off that channel. But clever play means that Hedrick can come forward again, the captain for the Roughnecks.
You know, and so often at this level, it's not about, you know, the number of opportunities that you have. It's about finishing those opportunities. Because if you look at both of these teams, they've had almost the same amount of opportunities on goal, but yet it's 2-0.
Yes, just 7 minutes separating the 2 goals. Won the penalty from Herzog on 15. And then Apodaca with his 5th of the season on 22. I think there was a yellow card there.
Yep.
There's the centre referee. And it was Boyke Mensah who gets the yellow card. Here's the reason why. Little bit unfortunate there. Hasn't done too much else wrong in the game, but he did barge Mfeka off. That's why the referee has given him the yellow card. Here's Padida. Lacroix having to go back. Sheldon closes down Kasipli pretty well. Ball's played to the right-hand side. Richards. Mendiola, who likes to drift out to this right-hand side. That's good defending. But given away. Mendiola bearing down on goal here. Mendiola round the long way. And Lewis gets a foot on it. And it just seems to me, as Mendiola's annoyed, that it's just a matter of time before you see the third goal, Coach, the way that they're attacking, particularly down this right-hand side.
Well, and we're talking about great center-back, defense, and then, we expect center-backs to be the first attackers, and then we immediately, the ball is immediately given right back to Reno, and you can't have those types of mistakes in the back and expect to win.
Here's Kasipli. Good header at the near post there. That's gone out, and that will be a corner. And this time Kasipli will leave it for Mfeka, so you'd expect this in-swinger with the left foot here.
I was impressed by that near post flick on that previous corner kick.
Yeah, it was.
Looked like they've been working on that for a while.
Here's Mfeka. This one's a little bit deeper. Good header away from Toby Uzo back there. Montpremier heads it into the path here of Da Costa. Da Costa, the Brazilian, will go wide to Boyki Mensah here. Mendiola's back there fouling.
It's the second or third time I've seen that. It's got to be a matter of time before there's a caution.
I think Boyki Mensah might be saying, I did one foul, ref, and you booked me, and now Da Costa's having a little word. It's sometimes you feel the whole world's against you. There's Cyprian Hedrick as well. We'll see the foul here. It's called taking one for the team, that one. But to be honest, credit Mendiola, who's been playing in the midfield and on the right wing. He's back there at left back on the counter-attack.
Well, and he's just managing the game. I mean, just a nice professional foul, and but I think it's the third time we've seen it down that flank. At what point in time does it become a persistent infringement?
There's the centre referee. He's got his work cut out this afternoon. Here's Da Costa then. That's a better ball into the box. A lot better ball. Yeah, headed away. That's more like Da Costa.
That was dangerous.
And now Mfeka nearly got in, but Manny Gonzalez does well deep in the midfield. Yeah, that was much better, wasn't it? The ball into the box there. Headed away well, though. Defended well by Reno, 1868, looking for their 18th win of the season. Here they come again. Lacroix then, beaten by Boyki Mensah. It's going to be a throw-in. Reno then have played 33 games on 57 points. Record before today, 17, 10 and 6. Away record, 9, 5 and 2. Last away defeat was at Phoenix, 4-2. Here's Fredlin Montpremier with a little bit of room to run here at Richards. Goes square here to Da Costa, lays it off. That's too short for Manny Gonzalez. And Corey Herzog working back well, the top goal scorer, and that's what you want in a good all-round team.
But Montpremier is one-on-one on that outside flank, and with nobody helping at all. I mean, beat him down the flank. Instead he's going inside to his positive right foot.
Richards showed him the outside as well. Here is Richards now in possession. Montpremier winning it back. But Padida just tidies things up. Lacroix. Those orange boots. Still in his own half here. Drifting inside. Nutmeg on Manny Gonzalez from Padida. That's good play. And now ball over the top. Looking for Herzog, but Sheldon's back there to clear the danger. Great play from Padida in the midfield there, Coach.
Yeah, nice little Meg, and then to maintain possession of the ball after that, and then play a pretty decent ball in over the top.
Lacroix to Mfeka, back to Lacroix. Herzog now. Reno 1868 content here to keep possession. I'm sure Coach Ian Russell is pleased with what he's seen.
when you can tell when Reno stretches the field as wide as they can possibly get. They work that ball side to side, and that's been the source of their success in this first half.
Here's the lively Abuteka. Gonzalez does well there, though. Strong play from him. Here's Reyes. Montpremier gets there ahead of two. Good run this from Montpremier now down the centre of the field. Boyke Mensah's in behind the defence. Here's Boyke Mensah. Out comes the keeper. And I don't think Boyke Mensah got anything on that, Coach Tokarczyk.
There's a fantastic run, and the ball, the incision ball, splitting those centre backs. That's a ball of the game so far.
Boyke Mensah is down, and in fact, sportingly, Matt Bassano, the goalkeeper's waving the trainer on here. We'll just see that again. It was a great ball from Montpremier, who ran down the centre of the field. That ball there's quality. Boyke Mensah didn't get anything on that, but the keeper, Matt Bassano, did. So a break here for the players to get a little bit of liquid refreshment. There is Boyke Mensah, who will get some treatment. And
he didn't go down initially. He kind of walked through it, and then he took a few steps, and then he went down.
Fans, the USL unveiled its elite youth platform, USL Academy. This allows clubs at all levels across the USL to develop its local youth and compete at the highest level across the United States, including the USL Academy Cup. For more information, visit uslsoccer.com/academy. So break in play here.
Wonder if when he was trying to really stretch out to get a toe on that ball, if he just landed wrong. Maybe his ankle or tweaked the knee or something.
Yeah, you could be right, Coach. I think he's up on his feet here. We'll just see this again. There he is. Good goalkeeping. And then Boyke Mensah's on his feet there. And then collapses to the ground. So must have tweaked something. I think you're right.
Wait, he's popping that knee up and down. Maybe he just needs to get that knee moving.
There's Coach Ensign with Donovan Ricketts there. Coach Ensign, who's had to endure a 17-game spell in the middle of the season where the Roughnecks went without a win, but in recent times been much, much better, and they've really had some good success. There's DJ Dean, one of the local prospects, the only player to have been retained by the Tulsa Roughnecks this season from last season. Throw in from Richards is a long one up the right-hand side, headed back by Milan Roberts. Here's Kasipli. Feeding in Lequo. Loves to run from left back. He's got a couple of blue shirts around him. From Fecker there. Here's Luca Lobo taking over for the Roughnecks. Montpremier. Good step in there. Ahead of Uzo. From Galindo Cruz. Just 2 minutes left. Here's Mfeka. Mendiola. Herzog's beaten there by Hedrick. Long ball forward. Uzo had just dropped in, so no harm there for Janjigian to go back to his keeper, Bassano. Bassano's not really had a save to make in this first half, Coach, has he?
Well, he had. I mean, he did have that one save on the header that, you know, because he's moving his feet, he made it a lot easier than it probably needed to be. But other than that, no.
Roughnecks have enjoyed some good possession at times. Here's Kasipli. But certainly you'd say
that I think the Roughnecks are lacking in that final ball, that final shot, that final incision ball. Even before, when they got the great little pass through, just not getting a toe on that ball.
Possession 63 to 37 in favour of Reno 1868, which does tell somewhat of a story. There's a foul on Fredlin Montpremier. 2 balls on the field. 2-0 the score. 2 goals in the space of 7 minutes from Corey Herzog from the penalty spot, followed up by a wonderful goal from Abadeka. Strong right-footed ball, which Sean Lewis could do nothing about. It's going to be a corner for the Roughnecks late on here. Haven't seen the fourth officials board. From the right-hand side then, Rodrigo da Costa is the hope for the home fans here. A goal to send them into the locker room at half-time. 1 minute to be added on. 1 minute then. Here's the ball from da Costa towards the back post. And Luca Lobo couldn't get enough on that and heads it away, and that will be a goal kick. And that's kind of been a bit of the story, hasn't it, with the deliveries? They've just been overhit or underhit this first half.
And I think that, you know, that prevents that final shot from allowing the Roughnecks to have some success here.
Tulsa Roughnecks then trailing by 2-0. Can't improve on their 16th position, but they can follow up their wins. New Mexico United, that dramatic 2-1 win, the 4-3, the 7-goal thriller after a delay for Lightning, and the 1-0 win at Rio Grande Valley, where Sean Lewis performed heroically, has improved their season. Here's da Costa. Late on here in the first half in the sunshine, this afternoon kickoff here in Tulsa. Uzo tries to go between two, and the referee will bring first half proceedings to an end with Reno 1868. Coach Tokarczyk, definite end of the Tulsa Roughnecks season as Toby Uzo gets us underway. As for Reno, they'll want to go away with here with maintaining this win and finishing definitely in second place behind Phoenix, who've run away with the title somewhat. Here is Ajayqua, first touch then. Back to Sheldon. And you just hope from a Roughnecks point of view, Coach Tokarczyk, that they perform well in the next 45 minutes.
Yeah, like I said, going into halftime, the number one thing that Ancien needed to cover in the locker room was to let those players know that we're down to 45 minutes and we set the tone for the next year.
There's the ball into the box and it skims off the head of Toby Uzo, looks to the skies knowing that he should have done and could have done a bit better there. But it remains 2-0, but a good start from the Tulsa Roughnecks. AJ Ajayqua involved, experienced player. And a throw-in for Luca Lobo. 7 assists, 7 goals. Couldn't stop scoring at the beginning of the season. Up from the back, mostly from set pieces. Here's da Costa, just trying to go over the top of the defender there. Headed back by Reyes and Gonzalez. Headed away, though. Bit of head tennis going on there, 5 headers. Malin Roberts will see that one out and leave it for Luca Lobo. As we say, beautiful sunshine here in Tulsa today.
Perfect playing conditions.
It really is, isn't it? It's not too hot. Foul there on Toby Uzo.
I think that's what we're talking about, again, going into halftime, a little bit of game management. Clearly beaten by the ball, and defenders know the ball can beat you or the man can beat you, but they don't let them both beat you.
Reno 1868 will not want to pick up any injuries, of course, as they go into the playoffs. Here's Freddie Montpremier. And didn't really get the space for the shot there or the cross. You know, if you're Reno 1868, coach, you want to get through with you know, no injuries. You want to give everybody a run and rest players if you're going to win this game.
Absolutely, and possess. Get a good rhythm going, so that you're going into the training ground this next week on a high note.
Sheldon goes back here to Hedrick. Sheldon now down the right-hand side for the second half substitute, AJ Ajayqua. Da Costa with Uzo going down the line there. Uzo,
I think that's kind of probably
got to be a little bit careful kicking the ball away there. The foul on Janjigian. And it is a yellow card for Toby Uzo for kicking the ball away. Frustration there. There's Janjigian.
He seems a bit upset, but it seemed like he had all the shirt.
Yeah, we'll just see here. I think it's pretty good defending. And there you can see the shirt being tugged. And that's what the referee saw. And sometimes what the referee sees isn't necessarily telling the whole picture there. And that's what Uzo was upset about, I think.
Yeah, it looked like a good battle back and forth until that shirt got pulled.
Here's Fredlin Montpremier running down the left-hand side, feeding a ball in here to Uzo. Uzo trying to turn. Just about keeps it in, says the assistant on the near side to us. Fredlin Montpremier, who scored the winner after the delay for weather, the 4-3 win against San Antonio on an incredible night. And that was his first professional goal. Great celebrations when he won that game for the Tulsa Roughnecks. Herzog goes to ground there, just falling over Reyes. His foot, nothing doing. Mendiola. Padida, who just sits in that midfield. Kasipli gets involved. It's very fluid. They like to knock the ball around. Padida has certainly impressed me in the midfield. Here's Galido Cruz. Kasipli. Him and Lacroix just temporarily switching over there.
But definitely some game management. When we get the ball out wide here, Reno runs out of space and they just dump it in. You know, and just keep the ball in front of them. Try to keep the Roughnecks as far away from goal as possible.
Any good side will protect this 2-goal lead. You just feel that Reno, as you said, will sit in and try to keep that back door shut.
One goal by the Roughnecks will certainly make the rest of the game exciting, though.
Here's Montpremier just trying to do that now. And he will win a throw-in off Galindo Cruz. Cruz's father is Benjamin Galindo, who made 65 appearances and scored 28 goals for the Mexico national football team. 6'2". Here's Cyprian Hedrick. Reyes. Hedrick into the centre circle here for Manny Gonzalez. Gonzalez then to the far side here. Montpremier's seen quite a lot of ball in the second half. Da Costa flicks it in here to Uzo. Luca Lobo will just let the ball go out for a throw and takes it quickly here to Gonzalez. Gonzalez tackled by Mfeka. Here's Toby Uzo now, been driven out wide. Plays it infield here to Manny Gonzalez. 1-2 with Da Costa. Gonzalez! Great save.
That's quality ball possession inside and in and around the box.
Yeah, Gonzalez, you see it on the replay here, Coach. Take us through this. What a 1-2.
Nice 1-2. I think if he keeps it low, he probably scores. Low and far away to the far post, he's probably scores there.
Matt Bassano with a good save. He did have one save to make in the first half where quick feet made it look very easy. That one did well to turn it behind. Corner then. Da Costa's left foot into the box. Hedrick goes in, then there was a punch. It's got to come to AJ Ajayqua. Didn't quite get it as he would have liked. He's fouled. And there will be a shot towards goal, which goes in. Referee did not allow the advantage. AJ Ajayqua was fouled. And
there was no advantage there, but I bet you the Roughnecks would like it.
It was a good hit, but I think, to be fair, the referee had blown the whistle and everybody had stopped.
Absolutely.
A little training exercise there as the ball hit the back of the net. Da Costa likes the look of this one. Manny Gonzalez, we know, is good in the dead ball situation. So take your pick from one of those two. Everybody back for Reno 1868, who protect this 2-goal lead. Both goals scored in the first half. Dave Saunders and Coach Troy Tokarczyk with you here, bring you the commentary here on ESPN Plus from One Oak Field in downtown Tulsa to round out the Tulsa Roughnecks season. DaCosta looks to be favourite with his left, although Gonzalez could surprise us all with his right here. Referee blows the whistle. It is DaCosta towards goal, and it's a yard over. Some of the fans thought that it was in, and interestingly enough, Bassano applauding his wall there. So in the sunshine here, here's the free kick. Always going over.
Absolutely. Hit the very, very back cord. It's a good chance, though. It's a good chance.
Aubrey DaCosta, the Brazilian. 9 goals this season with 13 assists. Hasn't added to his tally of either of those statistics today. Still time. 54 minutes gone in this one. 2-0. Header by Sheldon. Throw in to Lacroix for Reno 1868.
We're about 10 minutes in the second half, and I have to say the Roughnecks have come out with a little bit of spunk, a little bit of energy, definitely looking to possess the ball and get forward and have opportunities.
But here's Herzog, he's offside. The flag's gone up. Herzog thought he'd won the race there, but the flag went up. Sean Lewis then will place the ball inside his own 18-yard area. Everybody left that one, but play on we go. Herzog. Infield here to Petita. Petita will go to the left-hand side to Lacroix, right on the halfway line. Kasipli tries to play him in again, but too short there. Sheldon cuts it out. Here's AJ Ajayqua.
Almost looks like Lacroix is hesitating to get forward, like he's been told, hey, manage the game, it's 2-0. Maybe it's not necessary for you to get forward.
Seventeen wins this season. Reno 1868. And looking for that equaling of the record with Cincinnati. Matty Gonzalez got pulled back there. Referee right on the spot. So 10, 12, coming up to 11 minutes gone in the second half. Here's Sheldon. Reno 1868 scored 71 goals, Coach Tokarczyk, and of those 71, only 10 outside the box. And today, you can see why.
Yeah, I mean, they're small little incision passes in a congested area. They're very generous with each other, but they're also, they're very passionate about the way they attack that box. Willing to give up that ball.
Kasipli, that's gone out. There'll be a throw-in for Matt Sheldon. Manny Gonzalez and Umfeka getting involved there. Referee's just got a little bit of sorting out to do there as frustrations start to boil over. AJ Ajayqua there, just acting as peacemaker. The road to the 2019 USL Championship final begins next week with the play-in games Wednesday, October the 23rd, followed by a full slate of conference quarterfinals beginning on Saturday, October 26th. For specific match dates and times, visit uslchampionship.com and tune in for every minute of playoff action on ESPN+. And we welcome you into One Oak Field in downtown Tulsa on ESPN+, where Reno 1868 are looking to continue where they left off in the first half. They lead this one by 2-0. This would be enough to give them an assured second place, even if Fresno won later on tonight in Orange County. because of the tiebreaker, which is they have 17. They would have 18 wins to Fresno's 17. Currently is 17 and 16. Here's Padilla then. Wide to Lacroix. Reno had to soak up a bit of pressure from the Tulsa Roughnecks in this second half. Here's Lacroix. Comes off Hedrick. Could have been nasty. And finishes up on top of the net. We've seen those go in the back of the net with the goalkeeper backpedaling, Coach.
Yeah, you'd like to have a high goalkeeper, always ready to step up. And sometimes those little deflections get them.
Kasipli's going across to the left-hand side to take this corner. In fact, he's going to have to go now the full width of the field. Going to have a substitution in a moment for Reno 1868 as Kasipli comes across. Reyes acting as ball boy there and placing the ball. So Kasipli, this will be a right footer, probably angled out towards the penalty spot where there are 4 white shirts. Here's the ball towards the far post. Mendiola's going to go in there, but AJ Jacob gets it away. Only as far as Padilla. Reno 1868 all in white today, attacking the goal to the left of your screens. Everybody involved as they possess the ball here at One Oak. Cruz goes wide. Knocking it around very easily in the afternoon sunshine here, Coach Tokarczyk.
Looks like Reno is just settled in, possessing the ball. The Roughnecks want to get themselves back into this. They're going to have to chase. They're going to have to chase hard, be a lot more aggressive.
Kasipli, who stayed wide on that right-hand side. Now Richards, the captain, goes back to Galindo Cruz. Richards down, good ball down the right-hand side. Herzog stretches out a leg, can't get it. Marlon Roberts, left-footed ball up towards halfway, headed infield by Montpremier. Da Costa. And that will be a Reno 1868 ball. And we could have the substitution right now. No, we're not. We're going to play on. In fact, we are, yes. Going to have the substitution.
Do you notice that whenever Reno loses the ball, it's like the next 15 seconds, they're just extremely aggressive to try to win that ball back?
So we're going to see the introduction here of the number 14. That's Eric Calvillo. And the player coming off is Kasipli. Lacroix goes infield here to Umfeka. Umfeka feeds back in. There's AJ Ajekwa back there, going towards goal. Good play from AJ Ajekwa, the experienced player. Long ball now looking for Uzo. He does head it infield. Da Costa's a good few yards away from it. Richards to Padita. Padita back to his keeper. Under pressure from Uzo. Not afraid to bring in the keeper here. Bassano. Lacroix just stood on the ball there. Does well, though, to get it back here. Long ball. Marlon Roberts heads it to Hedrick, who cushions it down for Marlon Roberts. Matt Sheldon. Padilla takes over. Richards having to go back, but again, they're quite happy to possess the ball here. Galindo Cruz to Jan Jigian. Herzog, good 1-2 here with Lacroix. Lacroix will go early. Ball down here from Umfeka. Good block from Captain Hedrick. But they just are so calm on the ball, and they all work off the ball for each other, Coach.
Well, that's it. It's the little bit of movement, you know. I mean, if it's a yard here and a yard there, and sometimes it's 15 yards there and 15 yards here, but the movement off the ball, it's as if you almost have 5 or 6 different opportunities or choices every time you get that ball at your foot.
Earlier on, it finished Real Monarchs 3, Sacramento Republic 0. And in the Eastern Conference, Charleston Battery 5, Bethlehem Steel 1. Here it's 2-0 to the second place team against the 16th place team. That means Sacramento are on 48 points, having finished their 34 games. Real Monarchs fourth, 34 points, 56 as DaCosta gets a shot in there.
That was a great athletic shot there.
Yeah, DaCosta there, first shot on target. There he is in your frame. Straight to the keeper. Roughnecks coming forward again. Need a goal to get themselves back in this one. They trail by 2-0. Galindo Cruz clearing the ball only as far as Manny Gonzalez here. On Premier off the face of Richards. It will be a corner.
If I had one criticism of Montpremier is I'd like to see him attack that end line a little bit harder. And he's so quick to go inside all the time. I think there's got to be some variation to his game. I'd like to see him attack that end line and get a slot or two. And that was a great opportunity for him to do that.
Yeah, wins the corner, Fredlin Montpremier. Here's the ball into the box, and there's Uzo. And Luca Lobo wants the corner, but it'll stay in, and there's a player down. I think it's Janjigian there, who's down, and the referee, because it could be a head injury, gets the trainer coming on. And there he is down. We'll see the replay here. Here's the corner, coach.
Looks like you have just a big scrum of people at the back of the post, and they just kind of just run into each other a little bit.
Yeah, good play from the defender there. It's all smiles, as you can see. Janjigian's okay. He's number 6, tallest player in your frame.
It's almost another little opportunity for Reno to get organized again.
Well, on today's performance, nobody will want to play them in the playoffs, coach. I mean, easy thing to say, but nobody will want to come up against this team.
The little ticky-tack 2v1, you know, the little wall passes, the little slip passes, little incision passes in and around the box. It's impressive. And then, you know, you take to the fact that when they do possess the ball, they possess the ball in the full 75-yard width. It makes you have to chase, and you spend a lot of time defensively chasing. It makes it that much harder to attack.
Goal difference of 20 as well. Here's AJ Ajayqua keeping control of the ball. Here's the ball in from Sheldon over the top of the keeper, punches it back in field. Could have been very dangerous. Lobo, Montpremier into the box, headed away. Back come the Roughnecks with Gonzalez here. DaCosta laying it back here for Reyes. Brian Reyes now looking forward, seeing what he's got ahead of him. Jake will have to go back to Sheldon. Gonzalez has given it away to Bedita. Now here's Corey Herzog laying it down here for Abedeka, who scored the second goal. Here he is again, treads on the ball. That could have been nasty. Gonzalez will take over. Abedeka's okay, just getting to his feet. They're out of shot.
Yeah, those type of little spills always just kind of make all your joints hurt for a few minutes.
Whacked away by Galindo Cruz. It really is 1868, Reno 1868 here, really just trying to suck the life out of the Tulsa Roughnecks by possessing the ball and managing the game. I think you've said it already. They're just managing the game. But wait a minute, here's a chance, and it hits the defender. I think that'll be a corner, will it? No, says the referee, it is a goal kick.
And in comparison, you know, the Roughnecks have come out with a little bit of life, a little bit of passion, and they're trying to test that. They're really trying to get themselves on the board. It's definitely a contrast to styles. It's made for a lot more exciting game than the first half was.
And this is a very interesting substitution. There's Coach Henson in your shot, and there is Janu Silva, 7 goals. Now he'll be up front with Toby Uzo. I don't think those two have played much of the season, if any, together up front, because Coach Ensign's really going for two up front here, possibly three at the back now, I think. Why not? You know, you've got, what, 22 minutes of the season left. You can't improve on your position, and you're losing the game 2-0.
I think it says a lot to your team that you have hope for them and that you're willing to fight for them, and I think it shows the fans that you know you're going to go for it in the last game.
Here is Janu Silva, who scored that dramatic late winner, 96th minute against New Mexico United, which has made it very difficult for New Mexico United as well, because they followed up their loss here with a 1-1 home draw against Tacoma Defiance. Here's Gonzalez. They do play tonight against Las Vegas Lights. Here is a shot coming in from Uzo, and easy for Bassano. But certainly it's pretty attacking now. You've got Montpremier on the left-hand side, AJ Ajayco on the right. DeCosta's tucked in behind the two big men up front. So it's certainly a front five now for the Roughnecks.
Oh, and you see overall contrast of styles. You know, we talk about Reno, how most of their goals come from inside the 18-yard box, and if you look at the opportunities that the Roughnecks are getting, those are these long shots from 18 to 25 yards out. It'd be nice to see the Roughnecks take an opportunity to get inside the box like they're doing right now.
Yeah, Silva has to go back out to Montpremier here. Montpremier, good ball into the post, nearly got to Silva there, away by Janjigian. Here's Gonzalez. DeCosta. Good ball into the box there. Where's it going to fall? Nicely for Reno 1868, who come away with the ball here. Here's Cadillo being forced wide. Cavillo, good play there. Ball in field here. Will finish up at the feet of Lacroix. Could have a go here with his left foot. He's given it away to Sheldon.
You got to feel that if Reno gets one more, the game is going to be that much easier to manage.
Cavillo.
Wouldn't surprise me if they go and push for one more, especially with the transitions that Ensign has made being more attacking. That means they're going to be more exposed in the back.
Ball is loose here for Matt Sheldon, being closed down by Cavillo. Cavillo, who's 21, was signed to the San Jose Earthquakes for the 2018 season. Spent time with the Earthquakes and Reno in the 2018 season. He's come on as a second half substitute here as Lacroix wins the header over AJ Ajayco. Here is Calvillo. Herzog, Lacroix. Herzog again, looks up, could splay it wide to the right-hand side, does, picks out Richards. Brent Richards then, the captain, receives the ball back from Mendiola. Umfeka. Lacroix. Good possession from Reno here. Montpremier has pushed Mendiola off the ball. Just great possession from them. You've got to admire this team.
I mean, I coach a little girls team, and I'm constantly talking to them about little bump passes and pass and move, pass and move, pass and move, and I kind of wish they were in the stands right now watching.
Maybe they're tuned into ESPN Plus, listening to their coach. Thank you for your company here. ESPN Plus. Downtown Tulsa in the sunshine, where we're seeing the Roughnecks being beaten at the moment by 2-0 by the second place team. Here's Lacroix dinking a ball into the box. That's going to be too much. Fans, you can continue to enjoy the USL on ESPN through the 2022 season. The USL is excited to announce that the Championship and League One will remain with the leader in sports for 3 more years. ESPN Plus will continue to be the home of all things USL, and at least 19 games a year will be featured on the ESPN family of networks, including 9 games on ESPN Deportes. Continue to follow, support, and watch your club on ESPN and ESPN Plus. Coach Tokarczyk will tell us about a Reno 1868 substitution. Well, Apodaca's coming off, isn't he?
Yeah, it looks like a midfielder in for a forward, so it's definitely showing the cards that Reno's ready to just sit in, hold the ball, keep possession, defend well, go home with a 2-0 victory.
Yeah, in comes Haji. Cavillo. Mfeka. Ball pulled back by Haji, and there's a good save from Lewis from Herzog. And Saeed Haji, the 19-year-old, scored his first professional goal versus Las Vegas in the last game in the 2-0 win. Very exciting moment for him and the team. He's coming on the right-hand side. Now, Montpremier has just won through there. Silva knocks it off nicely. Da Costa, Montpremier, still no way through. Gonzalez. Sheldon goes on a little run in behind the defence. Gonzalez towards the far post. Keeper comes out, gets a palm on it, under pressure from Toby Uzo. And Haji will clear the ball, and there'll be a throw-in. Good ball in then from Gonzalez, Coach Tokarczyk.
Yeah, almost found him on the backside of that.
Padida cuts it out well. Cavillo. Haji, the two substitutes combining there. Cavillo again. Picks out Lacroix wide on the left-hand side. Now Mendiola. Malum Roberts gets there, thankfully from the Roughnecks' point of view before Herzog. Lacroix again. Here's Lacroix. The number 99 for the Tulsa Roughnecks, Janu Silva, cuts it out well, still full of energy. Of course, coming on as that second half substitution up there now with Toby Uzo. Here's Calvillo. Onto his left foot. Strong challenge coming in. Referee said the ball was won. Seen him given, Coach.
Well, I seemed like he maybe indulged a little bit in that. Looked like it was ball on foot.
We were talking about the statistic of goals in and outside of the box. To be fair to the Tulsa Roughnecks, they've scored 45 goals. 41 of those have been inside the box and just 4 outside the box, so redress the balance somewhat. Here's AJ Ajekwa. Doesn't get enough on it. Haji picks it up. Montpremier back there, but Haji does well. A little triangle played. Ball infield here to Calvillo. That's a good ball here to Haji. Well, the referee's going to bring that back, and it's going to be a yellow card for Gonzalez. And I think everybody's saying, ref, couldn't you have left that a few more seconds? Because Mr. Haji was in on goal down the right-hand side.
Yeah, that ball was a brilliant ball put in there, and I would have said play on there. Little advantage.
Who'd be a referee? I mean, you've got players there, like Silva saying, you know, was it really worth a booking? You've got Reno saying, hang on a minute, look, here's the foul. Here's the foul from Gonzalez. That was a lunge in. You can see why there's a yellow card.
Yes.
And you can see why the referee did stop it, but maybe...
You can always go back to that. You can always go back to it.
And I think they're all saying, I think Brent Richards is saying it's okay, ref. We understand it's a difficult decision. Padita's down now.
So you said 41 of 45 goals are inside the box.
That's
for the
right,
Roughnecks.
according to the USL website. Which is...
Then I would say then that would have been one of my key points with the Roughnecks. A lot of shots from outside the box tonight. You know, maybe we look to penetrate that 18-yard box and see if we can get some opportunities, because clearly that's the way they're scoring their goals.
Frustration for Manny Gonzalez there, the number 8. He goes into the book, and it was for this foul here, which was late, and his leg was dangling, and there could have been the advantage for Haji, as you can see on the stadium clock. There's 13 minutes left now. Calvillo, he was fouled.
It looked like cleats up right into the back of his calf.
Gonzalez still with a little bit to say. Herzog in discussion with him. Another substitution. Padida's gone off for Reno 1868. And I think temporarily they're down to 10 men, I think. We'll just see who they're going to bring on here. Yeah, they're temporarily down to 10 here. Padida having to leave the field. Here's Janu Silva to Reyes. AJ Jake was wide on the right. Here's Manny Gonzalez. Ajekwa goes short here, lays the ball off cleverly to Sheldon. Sheldon now trying to go down the right-hand side the long way, surrounded by white shirts. Here's Da Costa, under pressure from Calvillo. Brian Reyes feeds in Malan Roberts here. It's a back three for the Tulsa Roughnecks. Manny Gonzalez brings in Matt Sheldon now. And he wins a corner for the Roughnecks. Good build-up, good patient build-up, Coach Tokarczyk.
Yeah, and I think, you know, you see a couple of them that are frustrated with each other, but I think that that type of movement is what they need right now.
So coming in is the number 32, Luis Paradela. Third substitution for Ian Russell, and also DJ Dean is going to get a run out here, the local prospect here, Union High School here in Tulsa. Manny Gonzalez, who frustratingly got booked, makes way for him. Here's the ball in from Da Costa. Ball's going to be loose here for Fredlin Montpremier. Feeds in DJ Dean. Dean will get a second by the cherry here. No, he won't, because Lacroix comes away with the ball. And there's a foul in the middle of the field. AJ Jaquez shakes hands with Paradela. Wide on the right-hand side is Reno 1868. Looking for a third. Here's Haji inside the box. Da Costa's back there defending well. Montpremier will keep this in on the left-hand side and then promptly gives it away to Haji. Haji now to Mendiola. Mendiola, round one. Tries to get a 1-2 going. Lacroix will come in here from left back. 9 minutes left of the 90. 9 minutes left of the Tulsa Roughnecks season, which has been good in parts.
Good in parts, I think, is a nice way to say it.
There's been some heavy defeats away from home in particular, but they've done some good things mainly at home. Here's DJ Dean. Onto his left foot here, and skies a shot, and that will be a goal kick. Just looking down the 1-0 win, 1-0 defeat, excuse me, against Orange County. A frustrating night when it was 0-0, and Orange County scored with the last kick of the game. 4-3 home victory against San Antonio, with Fredlin Montpremier getting his first professional goal. Another highlight. But the significant day will be August the 31st. It finished Tulsa Roughnecks 2, Fresno 1. Reason for that, Coach, that was the end of their 17-game without a win streak, and it really was relief all round here at One Oak that night, wasn't it?
Yeah, that almost feels like a Super Bowl win at times. You know, you think about winning and losing, those are learned behaviors, and, you know, you kind of get yourself into a rut where, you know, losses are really, really harder. They become harder and harder to overcome, and you finally get that win, and that gives you a little bit of life in the clubhouse, a little bit of energy, and it has helped to really start a better kind of last 25% of the season.
Here's Reno looking for a third, and they've got their third. And it's Corey Herzog with his 18th of the season. A simple tap in, his second. Reno 1868 third. And with 7 minutes to go, it's the Tulsa Roughnecks 0, Reno 1868 3.
That looked to be coming off of a
There's the
nice
ball
little
in.
slip pass.
Yeah, it was, and that's good run there. Mullen Roberts didn't go with the runner there. Corey Herzog. And Herzog, who's waving his team back, is in good goal-scoring form. And if you are a Reno fan, that's the man you want scoring your goals, amongst others, of course. And it goes very, very quiet around One Oak. But let's face it, the Roughnecks in 16th place up against the second place team are up against a really good team here today.
But at this point in time, I would say, you know, the lifeblood that I would want in my team is, I don't care if we give up 4 or 5 more goals. Let's go get one. Let's finish this season on a goal.
Here is AJ Jakwa flicking the ball off. Possibly could have had a go at goal there. Sheldon, though, picks it up here. DaCosta. Is there a goal for the Roughnecks here? AJ Jakwa into the box. Oozes up there. Good punch from the goalkeeper. And now there's a run down the right-hand side for Paradella. And he's been fouled, and Montpremier it is, will get the yellow card. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the finest leagues in the world. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. So, just a few minutes left then, 5 minutes to be precise of the 90. Expecting maybe 3, 4 or 5 minutes on the clock at the end of this one. The Roughnecks will finish this season in 16th place. And Reno will go on to the playoffs. Here's a good ball down the left-hand side, cut out well by Sheldon. No flag as a couple of the defenders looked across. Hedrick. Reyes. Sheldon. Now, long ball from Sheldon. Looking for Janu Silva, but cut out by the captain, Richards. We talked about game management, and Reno would just want to see out this last 5 minutes with no injuries and get themselves back on the plane and get ready for 2 home playoff games if things go well for them. Montpremier is back there doing well. Sean Lewis it is who collects the ball, feeds it out to Hedrick. Hedrick coming forward. Nobody's saying it's easy when you're 3-0 down, but you're right, Coach. You just want, if you're a Roughnecks fan, just to see your team score a goal.
Just something to take to the off-season and with a sense of positivity.
One effort in the first half, caught well by the keeper, who has had to make a save in the second half. Matt Bassano he'll want to go into the playoffs with a clean sheet, of course. Fecker's got to retreat the 10 yards here. Jakwa, clever run there. Ball from DaCosta is in the box, headed away. Only as far as Reyes. Reyes will pick out AJ Jakwa, second half substitute. Has to go back here to DaCosta. DaCosta, left-footed ball into the box. There's Silva with a header just over the top, but that's a great delivery from DaCosta and a header just over from Janu Silva. We'll just see on the replay here, and this is what DaCosta can give you, isn't it? There's Janu Silva with in the shot there. DaCosta's ball in was a good one. Here it is on the replay, Coach.
Yeah, it was a good ball in and just barely getting a little flick on it. And, you know, those go in for him just as much as they go over.
Silva did score against Sacramento in a similar goal. DaCosta free kick and a flicked header in, giving him his 7th goal of the season. Montpremier gets a tackle in, but it's going to go away for a throw-in. And just 2 minutes left of the Roughnecks season. Montpremier battling, and he's been pulled down by Hadji. Still a lot of soccer to be played, of course, tonight in the USL, as teams jostle for those top 10 positions. San Antonio, of course, at home to the bottom side, Colorado Spring Switchbacks FC. New Mexico against Las Vegas. New Mexico trying to get that 10th place. LA Galaxy against El Paso. Both of those teams with something to play for, as Marlon Roberts comes across. And, of course, Orange County against Fresno. Fresno can go and win that game, but with this result here, they have no chance of finishing second. They will finish third, but the top four, of course, get home games in the playoffs. Keep ball in the corner time for Reno 1868, who lead by 3-0.
Yeah, outcome like this for Reno ends their season on, the regular season on a positive note. It's going to be a fun flight home for them, and a little bit of celebration, and then down to business for the playoffs.
Yeah, 18 wins they will finish with, if barring a miracle here for the Roughnecks winning this one. The Roughnecks 8, 16 and 10. They'll finish on 34 points, but they dearly love a goal here. New ownership, and we'll see how the squad shapes up for next season. Here's Bassano. Richards. Carvillo there, tackled the two number 14s clashing there. We're playing the last minute of the 90. Coach Ensian there to the right of your screen, just right of the halfway line there, looking on. Mendiola picks out Lacroix. Mendiola gets it back here. Mendiola infield to Nfeka. Lacroix. Nfeka goes in for a challenge with Da Costa. 2 minutes to be added on. Richards then, the captain, no doubt pleased at the moment with 3-0 up. Could be a fourth. Here's Hadji. Hadji thought he was offside, I think. Dinks the ball to the far post. Here's Nfeka inside the box. Nfeka shoots. Good save from Sean Lewis. Everybody stopped there as though they wanted the game to end.
Yeah, he looked like he stopped, and he thought he was going to be offside, and he kind of stopped and then figured out he was back on, and it's kind of a weird little deal there.
Corner ball then it is to Reno 1868. Da Costa talking to the referee. But you're told to play to the whistle. There was no whistle. Corner ball then, and Nfeka.
I think this is going to be keep the ball in the corner.
Keep the ball in the corner. And the Roughnecks will need to go and get it. We are playing the 2 minutes added on. Montpremier comes away with the ball here, head down, and now he's pulled down. I think that'll be a card. It will for the substitute there, Louis Paradela.
I'd have to say that's probably a little bit of retaliation from Montpremier's yellow card earlier, about 10 minutes earlier. They've been a little bit chippy towards each other all day.
Sean Lewis then, with perhaps the last attack of the season, the regular season for the Tulsa Roughnecks. Drives it towards the 18-yard line. Underneath it is Uzo, headed back into the area. Janu Silva's under there. There's Uzo battling away. There's his overhead kick again. Not quite as spectacular as the USL goal of the week. And the referee brings not only the game to an end, but the Tulsa Roughnecks season to an end. And Coach Tokarczyk, we